I have a real simple FAQ list here. When you click on the questions, it jumps down to the question like this, sort of jumping down, where I'm using internal linking here. If we look at the code, you can see I've got my links point to IDs, and then the questions have those IDs on it. So when we jump down to question 5 as an example, you can see it's not very obvious that question 5 is the one that we jump down to, because question 4 is also on the screen. It would be nice to be able to highlight question 5 as the one that we targeted. And that's actually quite easy in CSS. CSS allows us to highlight or style the element that is currently targeted via the URL. So right here we have this thing, question or hash question 5. That's an ID. So this thing here, if we go down here, this is the thing that has that ID. So we could actually highlight that thing. So that's the DT. So we'll go DT : target. That's for when it's highlighted or when it's targeted using a hash. And let's give it a background color here of something like, that should be a yellowish color. Oh, definitely not. Gross. Okay, there's a yellowish color. Let's make this a little bit brighter. That's what I was going for. So you can see that question 5 is highlighted, but if we go click at other ones, you can see, oh, I clicked on the same one. It highlights all the different things, whichever one happens to be highlighted. So I want to also maybe highlight the text underneath it. So if we look in here, you can see the text is actually in a DD next to the thing that's been targeted. So for our CSS, we would have to go DD or DT : target, that's the thing that's targeted, plus DD. And plus means beside. So whenever the DD is beside the DT that's targeted, then we highlighted it also. So now you can see the DD is also highlighting, or whichever question we click on. Now this is kind of abrupt. I think it would be great if this sort of faded in as it transitioned in. So all we would need to do is go to both these elements and add a transition. Transition all, 1 second, linear. So add that to the DT and the DD. And now when you click to view, you can see it actually highlights in the thing that we want. If you notice, it actually highlights in, it fades in and fades out each thing that we click on. So we're using transitions and target as a way to highlight things on the page. So target allows us to style the thing that is currently selected by the URL, and then the transition just makes it a little bit prettier. It fades it in a little bit.